Peter Pan, Chapter 10, Captain Hook's Story. For many years, Hook and his pirates had searched for the hidden entrance to the Lost Boys' home, but had never found it. As the pirates followed the boys, hoping to be led to the entrance, they saw Toodles. As always, Toodles was way behind the other boys, who had already disappeared into their hiding place. The pirates were about to shoot him dead when Hook stopped them.
"If you fire your pistols now,"
he roared,
"the Indians will find us. Do you want to lose your hair?"
Meanwhile, Toodles had disappeared, and the pirates began to run back to their ship in fear of the Indians. Alone with Smee, who had stayed behind, Hook calmed down and told his sad tale.
"I want to catch all 6 boys at one time. But most of all, I want their captain, Peter Pan. It was Peter Pan who cut off my hand."
He shook his hook threateningly.
"I've waited a long time to catch him with this."
"I've heard you say many times,"
said Smee,
"that one hook is worth a dozen hands."
"Nonetheless, I want Peter. He flung my hand to a crocodile that was passing by. And the crocodile liked my hand so much that it has followed me ever since. On land and sea it licks its lips, hoping for the rest of me. I can never relax."
"In a way, that's a compliment to you, Captain,"
said the loyal Smee.
"It's Peter who gave the crocodile its taste for me,"
said Hook.
"Luckily, that crocodile also swallowed a clock, so I always know by its ticking sound whenever it comes near. Without that warning, it would already have had me for supper."
"Someday that clock will break down,"
said Smee,
"and you'll be in big trouble."
"Yes, that's my fear."
Shuddering, Hook sat down on a giant mushroom for a moment. Suddenly, he jumped up.
"This seat is hot."
Hook and Smee examined the giant mushroom. When Smee tried to pull it out of the ground, he found it had no roots. Furthermore, it had smoke coming out of it. They had discovered the chimney of the Lost Boys' underground home. Now they could hear the boys' voices. Smee whispered,
"Did you hear them say Peter Pan will be back soon?"
"Good,"
said Hook.
"Let's return to the ship and think of a way to capture him."
But before they left, they heard one more thing. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Hook gasped.
"It's the crocodile!"
And he ran away. Smee quickly followed. The boys had a clever way in and out of their underground home, and they used it to come out. Toodles, who had been hiding from the pirates in the woods, joined the rest of his friends. He was very excited.
"I saw a wonderful thing in the sky! A great white bird! It's flying this way!"
"What kind of bird?"
the others asked.
"I don't know,
Replied Toodles.
but it looks almost like a girl. It flies as though it's in pain, and it keeps crying, 'Poor Wendy!'"
"I remember now,"
Said Slightly.
"I think there are birds called the Wendy bird."
"Here it comes!"
Shouted Curly, pointing upward. They could hear Wendy's cries, along with the tinkle of Tinkerbell. With Peter far away, Tinkerbell didn't have to act nice anymore. She could do what she wanted. In the air, the jealous fairy had been pinching Wendy all over her body. Seeing the boys, she stopped.
"Hello, Tink!"
Yelled the boys. Tinkerbell landed in a nearby tree.
"Hello, boys. Peter wants you to shoot the Wendy bird."
She lied. Never one to question Peter's wishes, Toodles immediately aimed his bow and arrow. The others watched Wendy, who was still up in the sky.
"Peter will be so proud of you."
Tinker Bell said encouragingly. Toodles fired, and Wendy fluttered to the ground, an arrow in her chest.
Little Fox.